Well. Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. Paris Saint Germain just lost. They conceded their first goal since May 17th. I mean, we barely played like 3 games since then. And we lose. First defeat since that Nice game, 3-1. I don't know. It's a very weird feeling. And it's like someone in the chat asked me, "Are you mad?" I said, "How can I be mad at the team that just won the Champions League?" And this is a Club World Cup group stage game. Does this change about my view on this team going into the rest of the Club World Cup? No, it doesn't. What it mostly does this game is we gotta wake up. I think the narrative that going into this game was PSG was gonna win like 10-0 and everything, and I think a lot of us supporters were extremely confident, arrogant. It's confident supporters to be about. It was seen maybe on the players as well. The intention wasn't there. Botafogo showed that they wanted to win more in this game, and they got the win. So yeah, for me, this is more of a Botafogo masterclass, 10 out of 10 game. I mean, perfect game, extremely efficient. One big chance, I mean, barely a big chance, one chance, goal, and then they defended so well this game. So I'm just more going away from this game, just way more praise towards Botafogo than like PSG. PSG was a bad day at the office. Obviously, if you take a look at the lineup, Luis Enrique obviously decided to rotate this game. Gonçalo starting once again. Maybe Barcola wasn't fit enough to start. Warren Mayulu midfield and Lucas Beraldo in defense. Beraldo obviously costed for the goal. Lucas wasn't good. Mayulu, Warren weren't good, and Gonçalo wasn't good. But I mean, it wasn't just them. I didn't think Due had a good game. Kvara had a good first half, I would say. Second half, especially when Barcola came on and he played as a false nine, it didn't look good. Hakimi. Pacho was good. I felt Pacho was good because he was putting many 1v1 and 2v2 situations with the long boss, so this Igor Jesus dude. But Pacho stepped up well. I think he was... And Vitinha, I guess. I guess Pacho and Vitinha and Kvara are the only 3 players like I'm happy with today. Due, I have to talk about him. Lost the most duels. You know, he was trying so much, but he was trying way too much. Desiree Due has sometimes... he needs to think to play simple. And try to do the right play instead of the play that he wants to do. I know that's what makes him great. You know, it's the intuition, the thinking outside of the box. That is what makes this idiot so good in his dribbling and everything. But it was a bit way too much today. Donna, I mean, I can't say anything about Donna. I mean, he you know, it's just an unfortunate goal to score. Hakimi, you know, he's a great outlet, but there was no space today from Botafogo. Obviously, the subs came on: Nuno, Fabian Neves, Barcola. I think all of them had some good impact. Just not good enough. Just not good enough. And yeah, it was just a bad day at the office. Paris Saint Germain will have to come back. But Botafogo, exceptional performance from Botafogo, in my opinion. 25% possession. Basically, the possession was... I was going to say, yeah, I think the possession was a bit more even until they got the goal. But after they got the goal, yeah, it was lights out. It was lights out. And, you know, we put in so many crosses. Nothing worked. Accurate crosses, 19%. 19%. They defended so well this game. 15 tackles, 8 interceptions, 7 blocks, 47 clearances. They had 47 clearances. And our keeper saved more shots than their keeper. And they weren't that good offensively. But they still had more shots than us. Obviously because we were completely open and so on. But this is a wake-up call. The tweet that I made right after the game was this. Where is it? This one. We move. And obviously, the Saudi game was the first game in the World Cup that year for Argentina. This was our second game, so it's not exactly the same. But how I feel about this game is an early humbling pie. You know, happened for us in the Champions League group stage as well. Sometimes it's good, you know. Now that we've lost, I'm trying to see the positives, and the positives are that it's good that we got this potential humbling pie now in the beginning. Now we got to go into that Seattle Sounders game, obviously having to win. No, I don't. Yeah, no, we don't even have to win. Yeah, we don't even have to. Ooh, would a draw be enough? I think a draw would be enough because of the goal difference we got versus Atletico. Because Atletico, Botafogo draw, Botafogo first, PSG second, Atletico win. Ooh, if Atletico win, then we'll have to win. Wow, Botafogo already in 6 points. And I mean that's especially the World Cup group stage. That's the difference between a 3 game group stage compared to the Champions League group stage. Champions League group stage you can lose 2-3 games, you can still finish first or get a favorable position. But in a 3 group, in a 3 team, 4 team group stage, 1 game and you're not gonna finish first place anymore. So I don't see us finishing first place anymore in the group, obviously, because to finish first place, Atletico would have to beat Botafogo and we would have to. I mean, we already have a great goal difference. Well, only we have +3. Botafogo have +2, I think. So yeah, yeah. I don't see us finishing first anymore. But as I said, I'm trying to look at the positives. It's a bit of a humbling pie, but as I said, for me, walking away from this game is way more about Botafogo. They put in, the game of their life when the full-time whistle went. The passion from their fans, from their players. This was a huge game for them. This was a huge performance, especially with everything being discussed before this game. PSG coming off beating Inter Milan 5-0 in the Champions League final and Atletico Madrid in the 4-0. There was no hope seen for Botafogo in this game. I myself predicted a 3-0. Would I have done that if we didn't beat Atletico 4-0? Maybe I would have gone maybe with a 3-1. But yeah, Botafogo did, the unexpected. Paris Saint Germain did the unexpected. We had a dull performance. A team that has scored 9 goals in its last 2 games couldn't even create a big chance this game. But I feel that has more to do with Botafogo than us. But yeah, going into the Seattle Sounders game, I was thinking we'll win this game. We'll go into the Seattle Sounders game where we can rotate even more. But no, we got to play. It's not about we got to play the best 11. I mean, I think if we play more of a rotated lineup against Seattle Sounders, we'll still get the victory. I think it's more about getting a great scoreline and putting this game behind us because, I mean, it does hurt. It does hurt. When you're at the top, when you feel unbeatable and you lose a game, the confidence can be drained. The confidence can go down. But with the circumstances and everything, for me, it's a step back to take 2 steps forward, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully the training sessions are going to be really intensive because, I mean, the game that we're going to play isn't that far away. I think we're going to play on Sunday, I believe. So the game versus Seattle Sounders isn't that far away. And it is a game where we have to pull up. We have to be really good. And that's basically all of my thoughts. That's been it from boy PSG. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this quick reaction video. And as usual, allez, allez. Allez Paris.